le sirve a un hombre ganar el mundo entero.
So what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? What does it profit a man? What does it profit a man? See, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? What does it profit a man? What does it profit a man? Since the days of old, same old story has been told. People killing and they're stealing. No good dealing. Oh, no, no. Even Joseph, son of Jacob, by his own brothers, one day was sold. And now you know. Now everyone is keeping score. Who can die with more and more? But the shiny things don't mean nothing. Well, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? What does it profit a man? What does it profit a man? See, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? What does it profit a man? What does it profit a man? Need more money, but you never have the time. Wasting your life away, just standing in line. Black tie, white collar, another day, another dollar. Slave to the system. Know you love your kids, I know you're gonna miss them. But you're running and you're running and you're running no rat race. Keep up with the pace, keep up with the pace. Keeping the peace, obey the police. The violence and the hatred never cease. Oh, so here's the situation, it's abomination. Half the population dying of starvation. No one can see the light. Tell me that ain't right. So what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? See, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul?
Yeah. Good evening, everybody out there. We thank y'all for joining us tonight. Thursday night song swap. The Xchange here with your boy Gilly, right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thank y'all for tuning in. We had a little lineup change tonight. We were going to have the wonderful Lara Manzanares, but we're going to go ahead and have her for another date because this is part one of our Mujeres Magníficas. And tonight we have the wonderful Eli del Puerto and Jolynn Alarid, everybody. Yeah. Thank y'all for joining us. How you doing tonight, ladies?
I'm great.
Hi, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us. I'm excited. You know, this all kind of started as a fun thing to do. We started using StreamYard with nosotros to just kind of do some stuff to kind of reach out to the public and kind of get together as a group and get together with each other, because during the whole first part of the shutdown and everything, we weren't really, you know, we're still actually keeping distant from each other. I haven't seen my boys that much as we used to, you know what I mean, being a band. And so we started doing these things, and I started paying for my own subscription to StreamYard. And I was like, you know what, I kind of want to use this to start bringing together the music community. I mean, everybody that I've met along the way through playing music, you know, here in New Mexico and around and all that. So like, it's nice. And then it also gives me a chance to bring together two wonderful ladies that I've never played with before. Like usually I'm a studio musician and I sub and stuff in the music scene for people. And I've heard and I've seen, but I've never like personally like well, other than Allie, Allie, we've met like in real life, like briefly, but with Miss Jolene, I've never met you.
Yeah.
And so it's cool that we get to like mingle and play music together, and like, you know, we meet each other through this whole social media thing now. You know what I mean? It pulls us together and stuff, and we're all connected with the music scene here in New Mexico and around, you know. So yeah. So how y'all doing?
I'm great.
I see.
I'm wearing a new dress tonight, so I feel excited.
Right.
My great grandmother actually knitted this dress, and my mom just gave it to me the other day. And at first I was like, I don't know about that, but then I put it on, and I was like, actually, I do know about this. So, anyways,
That's awesome.
It.
yeah.
That's so
Besides
cool.
the squirrels and the birds seeing me when I go on my morning walks, here we go.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
People stay, and I see that everyone's kind of staying busy. It's good that like everyone's staying busy during this
Yeah.
COVID thing, even though we can't stay as busy as we usually were and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's still things going on. Like I know, Jolene, you did a stream recently at Red Gorilla
Yeah.
Studios, and shout out to Red Gorilla Studios. I actually do have something. I'll be doing a stream there in January on a Thursday night for them. So, and then also too, back before all this, I did rehearsals with Mr. Jamie Van Riper, the manager from Marble, and he was working on a little project and stuff like that. So we were getting together over there on that stage. So it was when I saw them doing the streams, I was like, that's cool. I've spent some time on that stage and in that place. Like Mondays, we used to get together like at 1 p.m. So it was really nice, like getting some day jamming in and stuff like that. So it's a cool
it's a nice
spot.
stage.
Yeah, it's a cool
So
spot. And then
cool
you
for
too,
us.
right? You've done a stream
I
there as
think
well,
I did
right?
the week before Jolene did.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was good. It was enjoyable to be up on a stage and have monitors, and they even had the smoke come out. I don't have the smoke.
Right.
So,
The smoke
but it's like,
took it to
yes.
another level. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I do, but it's not the same kind of smoke. Yuck, yuck, yuck. All right. But yeah. And then too, you before tonight, before this stream, you did a Zoom stream, right? You teach Miss Eli del Puerto, you're teaching Spanish right now?
Yeah, I'm actually doing a really fun, engaging learning Spanish through the arts class. I've taught for about 16 years now, and essentially I'm taking everything I've done in my life and I'm putting it into something. So it feels cool to be able to because of the conditions, it's forcing me to do something that I've always wanted to do. We'll put it that way. So if anyone out there in the internet world is interested, I offer private lessons, but I also have the group Zoom classes currently on Thursdays at 4 for adults and teenagers. And then I also offer classes for a younger crowd, more like 7 to 12 years old. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm
Cool.
gonna
And
hit
I'll
you up for that. Yeah.
Por favor.
See, because I like maybe a lot of New Mexicans. I understand the language. I understand a lot of words, but don't speak it fluently. And
Yeah.
I love the language. I love to sing in
Yeah.
it. It was like the first language I ever sang in.
Mhm.
But I'm not fluent, so
And
it
it's
was
in your
really
blood.
cool.
So I
It's in
think
my blood. Yeah.
it's in your blood. And I think if you heard it and it's in your blood, then it's quicker to learn. Because I have a student that's 5 years old right now, and her biological mother is a Mexican woman, but her parents, she didn't grow up speaking Spanish, but she just picks it up so quickly.
Oh,
So yeah, I think that if it's in your blood, it's in your blood.
absolutely.
Right. No, and then that's cool too, especially at such a young age. I think that's the best time to put, like when you're teaching a 5-year-old, I think that's why they pick it up so quickly too, because they're still they learn. Yeah, I mean, I think I found that's the regret. I'm with in Jolene's boat too, as well, as far as the speaking Spanish and stuff. But I find as an adult, we learn. There's like so many wrong things that we learn where you like it's the habit, the bad habits that you have to break and stuff like that. So I think learning a new language, that's where it gets harder sometimes for adults. And that is because you're like, well, I already just know English. Like, well, why do I gotta learn Spanish? And you're like, well, yeah, because most of the world be speaking it now, and you know what I mean? We're taking over, and so You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you should learn it, you know? So.
And so many of my friends, they speak it fluently, and I'm like, we could even have probably different levels of conversation in a different language. So
Right.
I don't know, how true do you think it is, like different personality traits might come out in a different language? Do you guys?
Oh, well, that's interesting that you bring that up, because that's, essentially where my name was born, Eli del Puerto, when I was living in Veracruz, and it's also called El Puerto. And it's true. I'm all like, soy Eli, ¿y ustedes? ¿Cómo están? It's like, it brings out it definitely brings out another part of me. I'm just like, who's that?
Right.
It's
No, I
cool.
witnessed that with friends too, that whenever they're around and everybody's speaking Spanish, it's a whole other vibe. Like everybody that's going off of each other and stuff. And then as opposed to when you have more of a language barrier where some are speaking Spanish, some are speaking English, it is a little more like refined in a way. And like they're not being like you said, like the whole attitude comes out, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I always tell, because my fiance's from Mexico and she's fluent, so when we go order places, that's why I always tell her, like when we're eating at like the food trucks and stuff, I'm like, you order because you order in Spanish, and like that it goes so much more smoother. Like you get like, you know what I mean, you get everything. And to me, I feel like when you order in Spanish too, to them, they kind of treat it different in a way where they're just like, like I feel, I'm like, you're my inside guy. Go, you go. Like, you're like, go. They'll hook it up because you're gonna order in Spanish. Come on.
They'll give us extra crema y salsa.
All right, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? To me, if I'm just gonna, it's just gonna take me long, and there's gonna be a line of people all pissed off behind me, and like I'm not gonna get what I want. And I'm like, but you know exactly what to say, you know. So yeah, like. Right on. But yeah, so thank y'all for being here tonight. I'm excited. Like this is really great for us coming together. Thank you, Miss Jolynn, for coming in on such short notice.
Absolutely.
I think right now that's the good thing, is there's a bit more availability with this, like where you kind of can be like, oh yeah, sure. I'm not doing anything tonight. I haven't done anything for a while. Like, you know what I mean? So a lot of times that's how I am. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm like, yeah.
I'm here all night, all day.
Right. I could do it from my house too. Like, yeah, sure. Why not? Let's do it. So, yeah, let's get into some music. And I think Miss Eli del Puerto, that's kind of cool that you told me how because that was going to be a question of mine. I was going to ask, like, where did you get?
Oh, rats. I answered your question.
No, it's all good. It's cool when stuff kind of just naturally flows like that. Because that's the format of the show, really. There's not really much other than us getting together and playing some tunes, you know what I mean? It's not so formal. We're here to have laughs and have fun, and like, you know what I mean? So like, I don't have like a list of questions here that I'm looking at to ask. It's just more conversation, because we're all connected. We all know a lot of the same gente and stuff. So like, it's cool. You know what I mean? We all connect. But yeah, so I think we'll hand it over to Miss Eli del Puerto. She's going to start us off tonight.
Okay, so usually, at a gig, I wouldn't start off with this song. All right, but I guess I generally don't play this out a lot. But I actually recorded a music video to the song, and the song's called Colibri. And you can check out my music video and on YouTube and all that. Colibri, so hummingbird. And I think especially now, the song's really important. It's a medicine song, so it's very repetitive. And I sing it 4 times, and it represents the 4 directions and all the 4 seasons and all that good stuff. So anyway, so here's Colibri, and this is my prayer for the community and everyone else, because I think what we're in control is spreading messages of love and hope. Oh colibrí, mensajero del amor. Oh colibrí, mensajero del amor. Oh, vuela, vuela, vuela. Oh, vuela, vuela, vuela. Oh colibrí, mensajero del amor. Oh colibrí, mensajero del amor. Oh, oh colibrí mensajero del amor. Oh colibrí mensajero del amor. Oh, vuela, vuela, vuela. Oh, vuela, vuela, vuela. Oh colibrí mensajero del amor. Oh colibrí mensajero del amor. Oh, vuela, vuela, vuela. Oh, vuela, vuela, vuela. Oh colibrí mensajero del amor. Oh colibrí mensajero del amor. So
Yeah.
there's hummingbird for you.
Yeah. Nice. And you said you had a video on YouTube for that one, right?
Yeah, I have a music video that I recorded in Amatlan, Mexico, and this is actually the location we filmed. It was in Amatlan, where supposedly Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent, came out of the springs there. So I had a group of 4 women, including me, representing all the elements, and we created this video down there as a prayer for people waking up, because right now is why not?
Right. No, we do. We need a uprising consciousness for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And I think us as musicians, we got to do it. Who else is going to do it?
Right, for sure. We got to use our
Like
platform
what?
to kind of promote that and push that. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I know you see a lot of people where or like athletes too and stuff where they're telling like, shut up and dribble or shut up and just play your instrument and stuff. And you're like, well, no, musicians, this art is, or even just visual art too, as well, has always been like a tool, a weapon, you know what I mean? To fight against that oppression and stuff, to bring awareness and consciousness to people, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And so many more people are online right now. And it's like, we need to give each other hope, and we need to feed off of each other, because the whole fear factors, that's not going to do anything. That just paralyzes us. So as long as we're engaging with each other and giving each other messages like that, I think that we can create a pretty big tidal wave of awesomeness,
Right.
I
Totally.
believe that, yeah.
Awesome.
Salud.
That was great. And so do you have that? You have a video for that on YouTube. Do you have that as like, do you have that on your Bandcamp?
That's not on my Bandcamp. I guess can I upload music videos on Bandcamp also?
No, but if you had like so is there a studio? I guess the what I'm asking, is there a studio version of that?
Yeah. Well, there's well, I have the song, the whole recorded song, and it's actually, there's tons of artists on it. I had a traditional harp player from Jalapa, Mexico on it, and a whole bunch of my amazing musicians here played on it also. So yeah, on
Okay.
Bandcamp, there you can buy the song on Bandcamp with the full ensemble. And
Okay,
then
that's what I was asking more.
yeah,
And then
yeah, yeah.
so those that are interested, where did it go? Oh, why did my vision go? Oh, there it is. I was like, I have a banner there. You can find your music at Eli del Puerto Bandcamp. That's the best way right now with these links that I'm posting up right now for everybody as they perform. Their PayPals, their Venmos, their Bandcamps. If you want to download and buy music, that money goes directly to them. Bandcamp takes just a small fee. And then the PayPal, you can tip virtually if you'd like, and same thing with the Venmo. So if you're feeling the music and you want to support us musicians and artists, well, we have our downtime and we're not able to perform in the breweries and stuff. This is a good way to do it. It goes directly to them. So check it out. You know what I mean? Yeah. And we got links for everybody tonight. So everybody getting love. Everybody getting love.
Yeah.
That's
Cool.
beautiful, Ali.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Jolene.
Yeah.
So am I next or is Jolene next? Did we decide?
I think it's you.
Oh, is it me? I can get into it.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry, Jolene. If you want to go next, you can.
Yeah, either way. I could go
Do
next.
you know what you're gonna do, Jolene?
Yeah. I've got a
All right, we'll
song
let you
in
go
mind.
next because like that's the thing too. This shit is so freeform for me that I often forget to think about what I'm gonna play, and then I'm like I get up and I'm all, oh yeah, I'm like, I gotta play a song now. What song am I gonna play? So while you play a song, I'm gonna go through my songbook and decide what I'm gonna play
There you
while I
go.
listen to you
Gotcha.
serenade us. So we're gonna hand this over to Miss Jolene Alarid, everybody.
Thank you. This going off right off of what you were saying, just appreciating the little things. That's something that I really have been just taking time to do now that we're at home a lot. So this song is called Sunsets in New Mexico. So if you are here, you know all about them. And if you don't, you need to like follow one of those Instagram pages where they post beautiful sunsets because they're just nothing like a New Mexico sunset. Right. Have you ever seen a sunset in New Mexico? In New Mexico. In New Mexico. We really love our sunsets here. We hang around for the best craft beers. We sit and wonder how we ever could deserve such beautiful rain in the desert. Have you ever seen a sunset in New Mexico? In New Mexico. In New Mexico. Big bright hot air balloons in the morning sky. Easy afternoons under Albuquerque lights. Cattle ranches tucked in countrysides. Historic Santa Fe, our southwest turquoise mine. Have you ever seen a sunset in New Mexico? In New Mexico. In New Mexico. Golden, purple, pink, and ivory clouds. Skies smile with dimples grinning ear to ear. Blue streaks in her hair. We really love our sunsets here and our craft beers, our craft beers. And in the summer everything stands still. When it rains we thank everything above, 'cause there's nothing more beautiful than rain.
Ow! Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
That was an original, right?
Yes, that's an original little love song to our beautiful state.
Nice. Because we do have beautiful sunsets. I had a friend that attended St. John College in Santa Fe, and he went to China to teach English and stuff, and that's what they had talked about. A lot of people that came to St. John's College that were from out of state and stuff. That's a lot of everyone's like, the sunsets are so beautiful. There's not like another one in the world like it. Like there's a lot of beautiful sunsets in a lot of other places, but like each sunset is unique to like its territory and where it is, you know?
Yeah. And besides that, it was just like, just coming to that moment of, you know, I'm exactly where I need to be. I'm going to appreciate everything I have. And it's a good place to be, and it can take a while to get there. Just if you're, you know, thinking, I want to be here, I want to be doing this, but that's what I hope can help people just settle into the moment and appreciate those little things, because they're all around us, not just in sunsets, but in little things.
Right. And craft beer, right? Now
Craft beer. There you go.
our sponsors tonight. No, that's what I was talking about. I was like, my buddy Johnny V that helped me. He's doing all these wonderful backgrounds that I have going on with the promo and stuff for the show, done by my man Johnny Visible from Drunk Mouse. And yeah, he works at Canteen, and so we were talking about getting sponsors and stuff like that. Like I was going to reach out to some music stores and some beer and stuff, and some technologies. I was like, tonight, Behringer, you know. Like,
yes.
I usually throw a little sponsor shout out and stuff like that to play around. Like, you never know.
Somebody use my song.
Right?
Yeah.
And like, that'll be for a good beer commercial.
There you go.
In fact, actually, the place that I started doing part-time work at, yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, I should shoot them a video, like a commercial for online.
Yeah.
Just because videos are fun.
Me and Jolene sing it. I'll sing it. You could be in the background.
With our
jingles. I've had
ukuleles.
Our ukuleles.
Right?
We're a ukulele crew.
I have a little acoustic bass that looks like a ukulele. I'll play that because I'm actually And we were speaking of bass. Shout out to Matthew Yeager, who plays with me, Alarid, in her group. And he's a very fine bass player, very wonderful player, very sweet guy. I actually had Sol de la Noche on here a few weeks ago. They performed as an acoustic trio and stuff. So, and then when I saw your stream, I saw that he was part of your lineup. So I was like, that's cool. Like that's the beautiful thing about the music scene that we have here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, that it all kind of, even if it's from out of town, like I was born and raised in Cruces. So like to me, the whole road and everybody kind of connects all through New Mexico, because I got musician friends in Cruces and in Taos and just everywhere. So it's like, it's nice that everybody kind of interacts with each other and stuff, so you know? So like, that's why we're like, we haven't actually interacted in a public, any of us. So like, it's cool that we can get online and get together and do it. And it's like, and then too, we don't have to like wait for a date. Usually when you're trying to book a show, it's like, oh yeah, can you do it like 2 months from now? And you're like, oh man, I was kind of hoping for next week. And so like, that's the beauty of the stream sometimes, is that you're like, I could just do it when I want, like, you know. But yeah, so I guess it's my turn now. Shit, huh?
It's your turn.
I thought about it. I thought about the song too. I'm just more like, should I do it? That's like more when I'm warmed up, but I think I will.
Yeah, do it. I always go with the first song that comes into my mind. When someone's like, all right, you got to sing for us now. I'm like, oh, okay.
Right. But usually like a billion songs come to my mind and I'm like, oh, which one do I pick? And like I said, this one, the original theme and format for the show tonight was Mujeres, Magníficas. So I was going to have 3 females, and then the lineup just kind of kept switching. Ellie was the only one that I didn't have to reschedule. And so like I was going to have 3 females perform, and I was just going to host and interview and like pump them up. And then it changed. So I was like, well, I'll jump on and I'll just play. And like, I love just like old tunes, and just there's like so many wonderful songwriters and singers and stuff. So I've added a bunch of stuff, and I do have a lot of like songs that women sing that I don't really do often, because either the range, like I haven't worked it out, or like dropping it a key or something. And so like a lot of times I don't play them publicly, but this gives me that chance, like where I have to push myself and be like, oh no, you got to do it. So I was like, you know what, I'll play some songs written by women and some of my favorite female vocalists and stuff to kind of keep with the theme. I don't think I'll sing it as high, but you know what I mean,
I could call you Gilberta if you want me to.
Gilberta. I was actually supposed to be. My mom was like
Oh,
pretty sure she was gonna have a girl with me,
wow.
and then they had me. So I got some pretty feminine traits, I guess you can say. I'm in touch with my feminine side.
Good. That's a good thing.
Cool. Well, let's see then. I guess it is me. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna what I like to call get into something more comfortable.
Drinking water, man.
It's not that type of show, is it?
No.
Creep.
There we go. All right. I just switch angles. There we go. Can y'all hear me out there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got a red like curtain in the background?
It's fancy.
Yeah.
The whole I got
dig
it
it.
all.
You got the hat too? What did you have that on earlier?
Yeah, I have. I was gonna wear my knitted hat, but like it just looks like my hair on camera. Like it just looks like my hair comb back. I just got a haircut, so I didn't want it to look like I had fuzzy hair. I was like, no, I want to like show off the sideburns. I'm like,
Nice.
it was a homemade haircut.
Nice. I was wondering.
My mom is a beautician, so like I have my own clippers, and I make my fiance help me cut my hair. She doesn't like so much. She always like gets scared, but I'm like, no, we're just gonna do it.
Yeah.
And if I have to shave my head, I shave my head. Whatever, it's all good. I wear a hat most of the time, anyways. So yeah, it'll grow back. Hopefully, before I have to make any big public appearances. But yeah. So I usually switch it up. Let's see. There we go. Got to tune up now. What did I see? Oh, you posted a video, Miss Jolynn, on Instagram, and you like said something about, oh, excuse me for drinking water, and I was like, never apologize for drinking water or tuning.
I just don't like that mouth sound. Like, yeah.
Right? Yeah. Don't do it into the mic for sure. But like you always like to me, like if I could drink in the middle of a song, like I would drink water in the middle of a song. I have perpetual cotton mouth, so I'm like always like.
You can get one of those hamster feeding things.
Right, or a camelback. I should get a camelback.
Right? Just
Or
over
those like hat thingies, aren't they?
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah.
That works. Do those things actually have a name? Those hats?
No.
I don't know. All right. I think I'm ready. Like I said, I have so much fun hosting. That's why with this one, I kind of wanted to have it all female and then just kind of host. And I could sit in my chair and relax and listen and like have a good time. And then it's like, oh, I got to stand up and do, oh man, I forget that I'm part of this. So sometimes it takes me a minute to get going. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, let's do this. We're playing music too now for people.
You got this, Gilberta.
I got it. So I'm going to do this one here. I'll hand it over to myself now. Alrighty. Good evening, everybody. It's your boy Gilly here. Since we're keeping with the theme, I have two amazing women performing with me tonight. I'm going to perform one by an amazing singer and woman. A lot of the tunes I do, it's weird now. A lot of the artists are no longer with us. A lot of these artists have passed on. It's very sad, but they leave us such wonderful music, and it's how they live on and stuff. So like, yeah, it's just kind of trip, something I think about, especially too when I add new music to my repertoire and I'm like, yo, this artist just died too. You're like, oh man, we keep losing so many people. And we lost her way too soon. So I'm gonna do this one. I'm gonna do this finger style. Actually, no, I'm gonna use a pick. And I'm not gonna use my looper, but I'm gonna just go acoustic for y'all. So let's do this. Sing along at home if you know this one. For you, I was a flame.
fire as you can. Love is a losing game, one I wish I never played. Oh, what a mess we made. And now the final frame. Love is a losing game. Played out by the band. Love is a losing game, more than I could stand. Love is a losing game, self-professed, profound, until the chips were down. Know you're a gambling man. Love is a losing hand. Though I'm battle blind, fate is a fate resigned. Memories mar my mind. Love is a fate resigned over futile odds and laughed at by the gods. And now the final game. Love is a losing game. Ooh. Oh yeah, a little Amy Winehouse. Give myself a little audience on that one. Too. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cool.
Woo!
Ooh, I knew I shouldn't have done that one first. That's rough on the voice when you haven't been warming up. I've been trying to sing all afternoon, like in my head, and like get stuff, but it's just not the same without the guitar in hand.
Sound good.
You're fine. You're good.
And she's a tough one too. I love female vocalists and artists and stuff, but like it's so tough to sing. Like it's like I try to do them justice. And
I was gonna say you did it justice. Sounded great.
Well, thank y'all very much, and much love. Big shout out to Miss Amy Winehouse.
Absolutely.
And I love the slow ballady stuff. Like she had a lot of great stuff, but I love just the like those two. And what's the other one? It's okay in the day. I'm staying busy. Oh, what is it?
What is that one?
Oh, pour myself over him. Room spinning. Oh, and I wake up alone. That one, like that. That's that song, like that. When that album, I was like, that album kind of took me.
Yeah.
Because I've always dug the Motown sound, and like as a bass player, James Jamerson was a huge influence, and like first bass player that ever was like, yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it. And so when hearing that, when that album came out, Mark Ronson and everything, I was like, damn, like it's just really, really great. They were really great with the production on that, of capturing that old live set, like that old classic sound. And then it's like sparked a whole nother movement. Now there's like a whole bunch out in LA and California, a bunch of new groups now, this new brown soul and stuff. And it's really cool. And like, I kind of put a lot of Amy Winehouse for that, you know what I mean? Even though she's from the UK, you know, she influenced the Chicanos, bro, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Valerie is one of my favorites. Fire. Oh my goodness.
Right. Yeah, and see, that's a cover, right?
I was gonna say, is that
right? It's a Zooton song. If you ever like, I was big on that when we had Melissa Rios on, and we were talking about Tennessee whiskey. That's also a cover. That's a George Jones song and stuff. Yeah. And the same thing when I do Red Red Wine. That's Neil Diamond. That's a Neil Diamond song. So like that kind of stuff where you hear these really great songs and people that they took them and made them their own. And a lot of people don't realize that. We're like, oh, that's a cover. Like, it's like, well, yeah, because they did such a good job of remaking it on their own that it stands out. It kind of became a song for them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of those, like with Valerie. And like, so have you ever heard the original?
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very rock. It's like night and day.
It's rock.
It's
totally
totally.
I'll sing that as a cover, but then like lately, because I haven't been, doing shows, I'm like, wait, how the heck does this song even? Wait, where am I?
Yeah.
I've had to freshen up on some of my songs too. I'm like, oh wait, where?
That's why I kind of started doing this too, because I would invite people and they're like, oh man, I haven't practiced in so long. I'm gonna have to like practice and make sure I'm ready for it and stuff, which is good because then it's like, well, now we all have to kind of put in the work, make sure we pick up our instruments and like,
and
get down.
It's helpful to like encourage each other too. Like, hey, you're practicing that. Let's hear it, on a live in a few weeks or something. So
right.
something like some of my friends and I are doing, just like encouraging each other, because it's so like, I thank you so much for having us on, because it's awesome.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's really great. I'm glad that we're able to get together and do this. Like I said, because we've never met in real life, and Ali and I have only met like a few times amongst like the Mariposa music crowd and everybody. I know Felix and stuff too. So like, but I've never shared stage with her or anything like that. And I've never actually seen her perform live. I've seen the videos and all that stuff. So it's it brings us together on that level where we're like, cool, we can, it doesn't have to be like put together through somebody else. Like we can arrange it ourselves as a music community.
Yeah. And we don't have to, it's like a fast way to network with people I'm looking at. Cause it's like, okay, I want to go to your show and your show. And there's like one of me and a million of you. So this is a cool way to network. So, when things transform in whatever way that's going to look like, we've already we've created this bond already. So it's like, hey, you're great. I love your voice. I love your playing.
Right. I'd like to get this onto a live, like where once we do get back to live playing, where we can start doing this, where like, if we wanted to do a show together, we could do a show together now. We're like, because I always do my acoustic stuff. So now it's like we can put together, like I know through like Jams of Enchantment, they'll do that with songwriter nights where there's more than one person. I'm used to playing by myself a lot of times. So whenever I do get put on these songwriter nights, it's kind of cool. But sometimes I want to like, well, can I pick like who I'm playing with? Because I've never played, because like she put me on one with Justin McLaughlin and I'm like, I'm tight with Justin. Me and Justin, like Justin was the bass player before me for Nosotros. Yeah. So like I've known Justin for a long time and stuff. So it's great to do a show with him on a different level. But I also been like, well, I've never done a show with this guy and I've never met this dude. So it's like, to me, I want to use it as that. We're like bringing us all together. And then also where I had him and Casey on here too, and like helping everybody just get their stuff out. Like, I think it's really great that we all get together to do that and like support each other and stuff. And then too, with this, for me, it keeps my chops up, because having so many guests, everybody's doing different stuff. I'm like, okay, I can never repeat a song. And I actually have enough in the songbook where I don't have to, but like, it is the challenge now where it's like, I don't ever play this song. So if I'm going to play it live, I better practice it and stuff, because like this week I was more like looking at female songs. So I'm like, okay, you better get on it. Like you better start practicing, and, yeah, so it's kind of that kind of stuff where it's like cool, especially if you have it coming up, and you're like, if you have a new song that you're trying to, like, I think last time Melissa Rios did a brand new song that she had never performed before. So this is kind of cool like that, where you kind of gives you that platform to like, it's kind of like an audience, because this is actually, I feel, more nerve-wracking than playing live. Like when we're in front of a crowd, it's easy to watch faces and see people's reactions. But when there's just cameras and you don't know what's going on the other end, like I find myself sweating more and I'm more nervous. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so like,
sure.
I get it.
It's different.
It's cool. Yeah, no, totally. But it's something we got to get used to though, too, as part of that, because then we do have other places like Red Gorilla. And then I did one for Revel Entertainment. I did one of their streams and stuff. So that kind of stuff where you kind of get used to it, you know what I mean? Like everybody's a television broadcast now, like, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
So you got to kind of get those chops where you're like, oh, can you play in front of a camera? Yeah, I can play in front of a camera. I'd rather play in front of like 50 people, but the camera is good too. Just because like I can see if people are digging it or not. Like, like you see the head shaking and you see like,
Yeah.
people moving
Let's get
around,
along.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. So who do we got next? Miss Eli del Puerto.
Yeah.
Are you ready to do another one for us?
I am all like hooting for myself.
No, that's all good. I'm glad
Okay.
you're excited. This is like, you got to be excited about this, because sometimes it is discouraging because you don't know what's going on the other end. So you're just like, just play my heart out, play my ass off, just, and then at the end of the night, then you get to see like, oh, people actually watched and they liked it. Cool. You're like,
Yeah, but that's a good practice too. I mean, as artists, it's like, well, why the hell do you do it anyways? I mean, yeah, obviously you're not making as much money right now, but it's also like, well, why do you do what you do? And so this
Right.
kind of strips all of it away. And so I feel like to a certain extent, maybe the performances are more raw because you're kind of singing to yourself.
right. No, totally. Awesome.
So,
Well, we're going to hand the stage over to you, Miss Eli del
okie
Puerto.
dokie. Okay, so the next song that I'm going to sing for you is called La Boca. I figure since I'm on this little Spanish kick, I'll just stick to Spanish songs. So, La Boca. I want to kiss your lips, caress you with my fingertips. Una sonrisa que me vuelve loca. Acércame with your boca. Ay, ay, ay. Yo quiero besarte en la boca. Ay, ay, ay. Yo quiero besarte en la boca. ¿Recuerdas cuando fuimos a la playa? Mirando en las estrellas, debajo de una palapa. ¡Qué bonito recuerdo! Ay, ay, ay. Yo quiero besarte en la boca. Ay, ay, ay. Yo quiero besarte en la boca. Te conocí bailando una salsa en los portales del Zócalo. Pasamos toda la noche. ¡Qué rico! Ay, ay, ay. Yo quiero besarte en la boca. Ay, quiero pensarte en la boca. Ay, ay, ay. Yo quiero pensarte en la boca. La boca.
Yeah. Cool. And that was another original, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Todo
Cool.
original.
I got an earworm now.
And that one,
I
can
love
you
that.
can you find that one on your Bandcamp?
Yeah, that one's on Bandcamp also.
Cool. Eli del Puerto Bandcamp. I just actually gave you a follow because I got mine re-up. I had it under Socialite Productions, which is my studio, and I had a lot of like stuff up that was for the artists that I produced. And I was
Okay.
like, so I delete. I didn't even realize I deleted. I went to log back in and tried, and all of a sudden it wasn't there. And I was like, well, I meant to do
No.
that, and then I was gonna restart one for myself personally, and then I was like, well, now I could just start one for myself and all that. So I just got that up and going. So are you on Bandcamp, Jolene?
I'm not. I am working on some releases, so hopefully I'll have something out maybe January.
Sweet.
Cool.
But right now I'm just on YouTube. There I have my first music video out. I released it in this November, and it's La Llorona. So check that out. But that's my most recent big release, and then I'm on YouTube doing other stuff, just videos from home, of course, and having fun with it.
Right. And we can find you on all the usual, both of you, right? On all the usual Instagram, Facebook,
Yeah.
any Twitter, anything like that?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't twit.
No tweets?
Do
Yeah, I have
do
Twitter,
need to
but I don't
start
really.
twitting? Like, how many programs do I need to do on like Instagram, Facebook?
Right.
This, meow.
Luckily, they're all like kind of synced. Like my Twitter is linked to my Instagram, so anytime I post to Instagram, it goes to Twitter, and that's
Okay.
about it. I don't ever go on Twitter for anything else. Like,
What about TikTok? I mean, do you guys do TikTok too? This is like,
I'm on
I
there.
haven't
It's
done
weird.
TikTok.
okay, you got it. Because supposedly it's like for the younger crowd, and I'm like, Dios mío.
All right.
The younger
trying to-
crowd. The younger crowd's younger than me though, so I'm
The younger crowd's like 15.
Yeah,
Right.
so
And the younger crowd doesn't do Facebook. Like my niece, I was talking to my niece, and she's like, "Facebook is for old people." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay, it's like
Yeah.
Snapchat," and I don't Snapchat stuff, so
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, but social media is great for us musicians and artists and stuff because it keeps us connected, and it also promotes. It's a great platform for us to get our stuff out there and stuff. So
yeah.
big ups to the internet, our sponsor tonight, the interwebs. Shout out to
Bandcamp tomorrow. They waive all the revenues made by the artists on Friday, so tomorrow. So
Oh,
which
okay.
is cool. So they've been doing that once a month since all this has happened.
Oh, okay. On Fridays. All right. That's cool. I'm
Well,
gonna
it's
have to
Friday
bump my.
once a month.
I'll have to pump it tomorrow then.
Yeah, pump it. Pump
Right.
up your
Because
page.
it
Pump
is.
it up.
It's a good way for people to get artists' music directly, and then it goes because like people, you buy it from iTunes and you buy it from what else? Amazon
devil?
Music and stuff. Yeah, like well, damn, I was gonna say Amazon Music. That's the devil. Pretty close. And they get a cut of that. They get a big cut. And so when you go to Bandcamp, they don't take as much, and the artists get it. So it's a good way to support.
And you
doing
can
this
set
thing.
your prices too,
Right. That's also a great thing too. So if you feel like paying more, or if you want to pay less, but but we prefer you pay more. But but it's always nice, and it's great to have that platform as well because it gives the artist control like that and stuff. So we got some people tuning in. My buddies out Cider Sessions. They do streaming thing. Well, not necessarily streaming. They do live videos at their Cider Sessions. And they have different artists that are touring and stuff like that. And they just said, much love, hermano. Love what you are doing. So much thank you guys for
Cider
watching and
Sessions.
tuning in. And we all know Mr. Felix Peralta, Mr. Felix Gato. He said 100%. Mr. Martin Lee as well, tuning in. He said, do it up. So it's nice to see people tuning in. We thank y'all. And then one of my favorites, Diego con Cafecito. We all know Diego. always representing New Mexico music and New Mexico artists. So shout out to our man. And he said, great music. So thank y'all. It's good to know that people watching, showing a little love on a Thursday night. If you're at home, having dinner or whatever, we're happy to be entertaining y'all. And you didn't have to leave your house to do it either. So you don't have to wear a mask in your house. So it's okay. Cool. Nice. So who do we have next?
I think that's me.
Is it you? Okay. See, I always, and that's how lax it is. That I forget. I'm like, what? Oh yeah, we're playing music. All right, yeah. Let's get back to it. Who's next? I should just get a virtual coin, like where you hit it and it flips a coin.
Good idea. Yeah.
Because we try to do paper, rock, scissors, but it's hard to see. Like I'm always like,
Timing.
which way does my camera? But
yeah, let's get confused.
And then to the delay, like there's like 1, 2, 3, and everybody's like off, like nobody's like
cheating or who knows.
Right. I see yours before you. I throw mine, so I'm like,
yeah.
So we need like a virtual coin to flip. But cool. So we're gonna hand the stage over to Miss Jolynn Alarid.
All right. I was trying to think. Should I go off of which one of you? But I think I'm gonna sing this original. It's You mentioned Matt. He actually mentioned, oh, this kind of has a Amy Winehouse vibe. So this is Baby, Baby, Please.
Cool.
Baby, baby, please let me know that. Baby, baby, please let me know that. Baby, baby, please let me know that. Oh, I'm feeling kinda nervous, feeling kinda restless, feeling kinda crazy. I think you know why. I'm feeling kinda nervous, feeling kinda crazy, feeling kinda restless. I think you know why. Baby, baby, please let me know that. Baby, baby, please let me know that. Baby, baby, please let me know that. Oh, you're telling me you let it go, but if you do, you let me know. Yeah. You're telling me you let it go, but if you don't.
Looks like we had some technical difficulties. Sometimes that happens with the stream. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes the internet can be a finicky mistress sometimes.
No, Jolene's frozen.
She'll come back. She'll join us. And that's the beauty about the program, at least, is you just click back on the link and you'll come back in if you have any issues.
Sweet.
So yeah, if you have any issues or whatever, if we have any more technical difficulties.
I don't want any issues, man.
It happens.
Life's hard enough. I don't need any more issues. I'm just
right. It happens. I'll message her right now and tell her, just click the link. And yeah, we'll be good. It happens though. When we first started doing these streams, it was like all the streams I did was just straight troubleshooting. Like just like I hope this is working and you guys are out there listening and enjoying it. Like
Mhm.
that's all this is for. Like I wish it was better, but I'm just I'm just trying to test it to make sure for later on. So this way. Click the same link, but it happens.
I was just getting into the song too.
I
Oh,
know.
baby, baby, please. I don't worry.
Right. I wish it was like the internet was strong enough. Here we go. And you're back. It happens.
Jolene's back.
Sorry, guys. I don't know.
It happens. The
I'm
internet.
in the
I was telling him I was just getting into it. I was like, baby, baby, please.
Right.
Don't is all.
We can still you can finish the song. Yeah, we can have you do it again. Yeah, I don't mind. Like I said, there's no format to this show. And this way people know we're this is live. This is live,
Yeah,
people. So,
this is
you
real
know.
life.
And a lot of
Yeah.
times when we do our live shows at like at what am I talking, like breweries and stuff, we tend to try to keep from having any kind of technical difficulties and stuff. So I think people realize now more with this whole streaming internet thing, there's more bad things that can go wrong as opposed to like live. Like live, you might break a string or something like that, or you blow a speaker or something. But like the internet's a whole other thing where you're like, my internet went out and now nobody can hear or see me and stuff. It's different. At least like live, we've had like the power go out and we're still like jamming and the drummers are still going and like people can still like not everything cuts out, so people are still moving and stuff. But like the internet, it's just like too. I tell people not to like stay still too much because then I think like did they freeze like oh did he freeze like all of
Yeah,
a sudden
and
like
I kept going, so
right, and then you
music.
know until you're already like you finish the song and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh wait, oh shit, I'm not even on anymore. You're like, oh, that happens.
Exactly.
Okay, well we're gonna hand it back to you, Miss Jolene. We're
Alright,
gonna do a
well.
redo. What do we call that? A mulligan or what do you
Take two.
right.
Baby, baby, please let me know that. Baby, baby, please let me know that. Baby, baby, please let me know that. Oh, feeling kinda nervous. Feeling kinda restless, feeling kinda crazy. I think you know why. Feeling kinda restless, feeling kinda nervous, feeling kinda crazy. I think you know why. Baby, baby, please let me know that. Baby, baby, please let me know that. Baby, baby, please let me know that. Oh, you're telling me let it go, but if you do, you let me know. Yeah. You're telling me let it go, but if you do, you let me know. Yeah, I'll be waiting. Baby, 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 please let me know that. Baby, baby, please let me know that. Baby, baby, please let me know that. Oh, oh. Baby, baby, please.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's an original?
Original, yes. Yeah. So first time performed was at Red Gorilla Studio this or November, um, with our mutual friend Matthew. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Right. It definitely does have a Amy Winehouse vibe to it. That's the thing about the internet is I wish that it was good enough streaming wise because I'm sitting over here and I'm like, man, I have my acoustic bass right here and I kind of want to jam out with it. And I'm
Right.
like, cool. Like I could do it on this end and it sounds all right, but I can't stream it out. It won't be
Yeah.
like there'll be like latency, but I'm like, man, like it's a really great song. Like I said, I love ballads, so it's like
Thanks.
it's a great song.
Thank
And
you.
so, will you be recording that one? You said you'll be working on releasing some stuff.
I definitely want to like pretty much anything that I did at that Red Gorilla live stream is what I'm hoping to work on. The last song is what I've been focusing on. But yeah, it's definitely one that I am hoping to release. That's what I'm hoping for in 2021. I'm also a music teacher, and so I've been focusing on that side of my music career. And now with staying at home, I'm able to do more song. Well, I've I've been writing songs for a while, but wasn't able to share them as much or record them. So that's the silver lining in 2020 for me.
Right. Having the time now. I think that's where a lot of people went to, even this whole streaming thing where it's like you start picking up new things and you look at other stuff where you're like, I have time for this now. I can
Yeah.
focus on this more. I can write stuff. I can learn how to video. I can do whatever, really. Like now, thank God for YouTube too, because then YouTube, there's times where I'm like, I need to know how to do this. And I just like, I'll YouTube it.
Yeah. What's the funniest thing you guys have learned from YouTube lately? Anything?
Uh,
I stumped you.
I don't know if it's funny.
it's more like
Practical.
not funny.
Practical.
changing the headlights to my car
Yes.
and stuff like that. Like our washer broke, so it was like looking up how to like bypass the lock or whatever and stuff like that.
Nice.
And then music stuff too. I watch a lot of like I follow the Waves channel, which they make plugins and stuff. So I follow like I'll be working on stuff and I'll be like, oh, I need to know. Like I was working on my brother's metal band's music, so I was like producing metal drums and stuff like that, like EQing and all this stuff. So I was like, so it's great, like tutorials and stuff. Because a lot of I follow it, and then this way they're using plugins that I have, so I can just pull it right up and do what they're doing. And I'm like, oh, that really does work. And so it's cool. Like you gotta love the internet for that.
Yeah.
And then of course learning songs. Like if I'm like, oh, I love that song, I'm gonna learn the song. Go online and listen to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I don't use Spotify really and stuff. Like for me, when I want music, I just go to YouTube.
Same.
You know.
Same here. And the same about plugins and getting to know my DAW because I'd
Right.
never used one before March, actually. So
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I produce. So if you have any questions or anything, let me know. Or you can
Sweet,
send like
yeah.
what me and Dennis do. A lot of times people send us stuff. I have a Steady Drop out in California. They're gonna send me one of their reggae tunes, and then I just produce some stuff for my brother James Fox and all that stuff. So if you need any help, you know what I mean, I'm definitely.
sweet.
I love helping out, especially younger, newer artists and stuff too, where it's like you got to help
Yeah.
get that footing and stuff like that. And it's we got to support like that, because when I was starting out too, it was like we didn't have what we have now. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't the internet the way it was. Like back when it was like MySpace and stuff like that, you know. And like even before MySpace, I remember when that came out and it was like, what? You can put, okay, now we got to put a profile on there and we got to get a band photo and everybody's got to look all cool. And like your MySpace, you can put music up and all that stuff too. And so like now you have everything, like you can be self-sufficient. You know what I mean? Like what you're doing too, Ellie, like, you know, you teach on Zoom and stuff. You can take, like you were saying, you're taking matters into your own hands with stuff, you know? And
I think that's what we should all do.
Right. No, totally. It's you, in a way it makes you better as an artist because you got to learn. When I first moved up here and started in the music scene here in Albuquerque, I was Nosotros' sound engineer. Like that's what brought me up to Albuquerque. And so And it's because my father had a sound company, and I did 4 years of tech theater in high school. And the backstage part of the performance is just as important as the on stage. So to me, that was very important to know all that. Like if you go do your own show, you got to know how to run your own sound. You have to know, how to promote yourself. You have to know how to, if you're self-employed through this, you got to know how to do your own books and stuff. So nowadays there's a lot of really wonderful, great tools for us to use, you know what I mean? And it's just gotten better throughout the years. And like, for me, it was more seeing it grow, you know what I mean? When the DAWs first started out, it was like Cakewalk and stuff like that. And now there's so many you can get on your phone. Like when I was teaching part-time at the charter school, I was showing them how to make beats and stuff like that. And that was, a lot of them were using stuff on their phone. They were like, oh, I made this beat, check it out. And they made it. And I was like, what you recorded on? Oh, my phone. And I was like, holy shit. And you look at it and it's totally GarageBand. Like it's like a knockoff of GarageBand, and it's like all on their phone. And I'm like, damn, like, and you can get on a tablet, and you're just like, it's so accessible to everybody. You know what I mean? So it is important. You gotta, like, if you're gonna dabble in that, you have to educate yourself with that too. You know what I mean?
I'm like learning like a step. I'm, like I said, I teach also. And so my students, I've had them write original songs, and
cool.
They're getting into that, before, months after I do it. So I think it's really important for them too in their music education. So
right.
I never got that. And so that I'm all about like, okay, I have this now, here you go. So.
Right. No, totally. Yeah. That's how we gotta be with it, is spread the love. You know what I mean? Like that knowledge and everything, because it's accessible for everybody now. So it's like, now we just kind of all help each other with it. Like the other day I posted a video that I made, like I just did a screen recording off of my phone, and then I downloaded like a collage video app, and my buddy's like, oh, you discovered whatever AI. And I was like, no, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that app is, like, at all. And he's like, I was like, you'll have to like turn me onto it. Like I'll have to check it out and stuff. But like, it was just one of those things where he was like, oh yeah, you should check it out. It does this and that. And I was like, whoa, I wasn't even, okay, cool. Like that's something new for me to look into. It was actually does more than what I was trying to do, but it was still like, oh, I didn't, apparently there's an app for that now. There's an app for everything.
Yeah. We need that roll. We were talking about the rolling the die, or what were we talking about? Rolling
paper, scissors,
rock,
rock?
paper, scissors.
Oh, right. Right.
Yeah.
No, there is. I'm sure there's an app. I'm sure there's
gotta
something I could download. Like these whole little claps and stuff. I have, that's an app on my phone. I have all these. Oh, for sentimental moments. See? And then I never use this one though. Maybe if we're like talking about like Donald Trump or something like that, I'd be like, oh, but other than that, I don't know. There's like tons. There's like stuff I don't even use because it's just like, I just need like 2 of them.
Yeah.
But there isn't an app for just the 2, so I got to download the whole.
Works.
But yeah, technology is fun. So, what's up, Miss Eli del Puerto?
Oh, I'm just I kind of need to stretch. I'm all.
Are you sitting or are you standing?
I'm sitting, but now I'm standing.
Right. See, I'm sitting too. That's why I have the 2 setups, because I like to sit and then I like to stand. It gives me a little bit of both, so I'm not sitting the whole time. Plus, too, when I perform live, as a bass player, I never really sat. So when it came to doing the acoustic, I couldn't be comfortable sitting down. So I play standing up. I feel more grounded standing up. Plus, too, when I'm sitting, I would bend over. I'd hit my head on the mic. Poof, like I'd always forget where it was. So I'm like, Cool. Well, are you ready to play another one for us?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do another one. I guess I'll just stay on the Spanish streak. Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever you want to do. It's whatever you want. You can play all originals, all Spanish. You can play that little ukulele again. Sing something in German. I don't, something, whatever you want to do. It is your time now, so you can entertain us how you like.
Okay, well, I'll sing another song called La Vela, which means the candle. ¿Están listos? Here we go. Ba 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 da da da. ba da da da, ba da da de, ba da da da, ba da da da, ba da da de. Nadie se escapa del fuego, es el valor de seguir y no caer. Es el valor entero que revive la llama que ya se fue. Prende la vela, reza un rosario, el camino es largo. Prende la vela, reza un rosario, el camino es largo. Eres la llama que revive mi corazón. Eres la llama que revive mi corazón. El camino es muy largo, el gran puente pasar. Tan solo somos unos cuantos los que podremos llegar. Encienda la llama, el fuego de mi corazón. Enciéndala, 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 mi amor. Son pocas las opciones, experiencias adquiridas. El único que te queda es seguir y levantar. Nadie se escapa del fuego, es el valor de seguir y no caer. Es el valor entero que revive la llama que ya se fue. Prende la vela, reza un rosario, el camino es largo. Prende la vela, reza un rosario, el camino es largo. A nadie se escapa del fuego, es el valor de seguir y no caer. Es el valor entero que revive la llama que ya se fue. Prende la vela, reza un rosario, el camino es largo. Prende la vela, reza un rosario, el camino es largo. Préndela la vela.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That one, I take it as another original, you said?
Yeah, this was a song that was written when I was living in Cuernavaca, Morelos, with one of my buddies. So I've taken it with me, and it kind of goes along that theme. I was talking to one of my friends the other night. I'm like, all right, so what's like the underlying theme between, all the stuff that I do? Because I sing very different stuff. I sing stuff in Spanish and English, and I do a lot of different styles. But I think the theme between it is like the magic of life, standing up, kind of being rebelled. Like, sorry, I'm thinking in Spanish. I'm like rebelde, like rebellious in a sense.
Yeah.
Kind of like a new age Jim Morrison in a sense, kind of fusing all those things together. And so yeah, and this is an empowerment. So people need to be empowered. So the song is called La Vela because we have to have something that keeps us going, right? And it's about not falling down and just staying there. It's we gotta continue.
Right.
That's when you're a success in life. When you do go through suffering and hard times, but you still you see the light, and you're like, no. Okay, this is temporary, like everything. So
Right. No, totally. And then
So,
it sounds so much better in Spanish too. Like as far as like everything, to me everything sounds better in Spanish. Like when
well,
you
yeah,
translate it and everything, you're like, if you were to just sing it, well, everything you just said in English, I don't think it would have as much of like a feeling. You know what I mean? But
no,
like
I
when
get it.
you
It's like the song La Boca that the song I sang before. If I say, "Hey, the song's called The Mouth," and you're like, "What are you like?" It's
right,
just like a dentist commercial.
right, like
Pero en español es la boca, and you're like, así la boca. It's otra
right.
cosa. It
No,
changes everything.
Yes.
totally.
So
You know what? I just realized I think I skipped myself.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
I
you
did.
did.
you skipped yourself, man.
I did. We were talking about like you'd said something earlier about the Red Gorilla smoke machine, and I was like smoke machine, and then all of a sudden, and then now sometimes my mind slips a little bit when I
Uh
when I when I turn on the smoke machine over here at the.
oh.
So yeah, so I'll go next, and I totally I realized that right now when you started playing, and I was like, because I looked over at my thing, and I was like, I was looking for a song, and then I was like, wait a minute, shouldn't I be performing a song?
Mhm.
Oh, see, but that's how it is on the show. Sometimes, we have fun with it. So I'm gonna go ahead and go this time, and we'll give Miss Jolynn a little break,
Sweet.
and then
Yeah.
we'll
I'm gonna plug up
okay.
my computer.
Okay, I'll go ahead and take over. Hello, everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Big ups, much love and thanks to Miss Jolynn Alarid and Miss Eli del Puerto for joining me here tonight. It's always nice to mix it up and chop it up with great songwriters. It's inspiring for me too because as a songwriter, you sometimes don't have that like fire in your belly to write consistently and just so to hear like such great music coming out of New Mexico, like it's like I want to be a part of that. But yeah. Go ahead and I think I'll do a little Latin one. Since, like I said, inspired Miss Eli del Puerto inspired me to bust out an old. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of reggae. I think I'll use my looper on this one. Yep. Need to replenish my thirst, you know. Feel free to dance along, sing along at home, you know. If you're having a good time, some go like this. Volando voy, volando vengo, volando voy, volando vengo, por el camino yo me entretengo, por el camino yo me entretengo, enamorarle la vida que a veces duele, enamorarle la vida que a veces duele, si tengo frío busco candela, si tengo frío busco candela, volando voy, volando vengo, volando voy, volando vengo, por el camino yo me entretengo, por el camino yo me entretengo. Señoras y señores, sepan ustedes, señoras y señores, sepan ustedes que el flor de la noche vea que amanece, que la flor de la noche vea que amanece, volando voy, volando vengo, volando voy, volando vengo, por el camino yo me entretengo, por el camino me entretengo. Enamorarle la vida que a veces duele, enamorarle la vida que a veces duele, si tengo frío busco candela, si tengo frío busco candela, volando voy, volando vengo, volando voy, volando vengo, por el camino yo me entretengo, por el camino yo me entretengo, porque a mí me va mucho la marcha tropical, porque a mí me va mucho la marcha tropical, y los cariños de la frontera me van, y los cariños de la cantera, volando voy, volando vengo, volando voy, volando vengo, por el camino yo me entretengo, por el camino yo me entretengo, volando voy, volando vengo, volando voy, volando vengo, por el camino yo me entretengo, por el camino yo me entretengo. Oh yeah, little camarón de la isla there.
Oh,
Ooh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, bust! I need to put my little button closer. So many buttons to press after. Yeah, that's a little old tune. Thought I'd bust that one out since we're doing a little Spanish tonight. I was like, oh, okay, I'll bust a little out. Camarón
So
de la
who's the
Isla is
Camarón?
just an old school flamenco singer. Like I got turned on to him when I joined Nosotros. He was one of those dudes everyone was listening to back then. And it's there's a
Okay,
few
okay.
versions actually. We did take it. He wrote the original, and then God, I can't remember. There's a version that we actually took it from too. That it was a remake, like a remake of a remake, and it was like, yeah. And then I did my own remake. I always do everything reggae. To me, I like rock steady reggae and
I like
stuff.
it.
So
The looping's good. I like the looping a lot.
I wasn't sure to use it, but I figured to make up for the fact that I skipped myself earlier, I was like, oh, I gotta bust that little make up for that and stuff.
Yeah.
But it gets this nerve wracking too because like it's so weird when I'm like I said when you're live. There's ways to cover up the mistakes. Like you can just roll through it, and there's things where I'm like, oh, I messed up the loop. I know how to like stop it while I'm going, and people can't tell, and I just restart it and all that stuff. But it's like with the streaming, it's like so just like the mistakes can be very out there. So I'm like, I get really nervous when I go to start using it and stuff. So
That's cool.
yeah, that one's a fun one. And I'll have to like post like I was thinking of doing that from these shows, like all the covers that we talk about and stuff like that, posting the original artists and like the original versions and stuff, like making a playlist so people can kind of check out like just all the different stuff out there. You know what I mean? So for those that like Amy Winehouse, Valerie, they can hear what the actual original sounds like. Yeah, most people too. I like when they hear it, they're like, "I don't like this." And they're like I like Amy Winehouse way better. And you're like, yeah, but Amy liked this too. Like you know, like you like Amy Winehouse, but Amy liked these guys. So you know, to me, that's always the big thing of like, whatchamacallit? Like, who are your favorite artists listening to? That kind of stuff. Like, who's inspiring your favorite performers? So that's where I go to a lot of times for like inspiration and stuff, you know?
Sweet. So is Miss Jolene gonna sing us another song?
Yeah. I gotta jump on the Spanish.
Do it. Are you gonna do La Llorona for us?
I
Sí,
am.
sí.
It's the first time I've played guitar for it. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I was practicing just today, and then so we'll see how it goes.
Do
But
it.
there's a
Well-
music video. You can hear my awesome guitarist Donovan Perea play it. In a little bit more jazzy style than maybe you've heard La Llorona before, but mine won't be.
It's okay.
A lot of your band, they're from UNM.
Yeah, that's where Donovan the guitarist I know from UNM. We studied in the same program, music education, and then I know my drummer Jesse Culberson from UNM. And I would just always go to the jazz concerts. He would tell me, "Oh, this is this night." I'm like, "Oh, I'm there. And then Matthew, I just knew him from around. We all know different bands and crossover. And then who am I forgetting? Oh, Carlos. Carlos also just in passing, but we're good friends, so that's where I know
Awesome.
them from.
That's cool. Put them to work.
Put 'em to work,
Players
yeah.
gotta play. I told Matt, I was like, dude, you got a great job. Cause like I was even like when this starts up, if I have any work, I'm like gonna pass it along to him because as a bass player, I was like, if you're a bass player, man, you always got a job.
Oh yeah.
So, all right, we're going to hand it over to Miss Jolene.
All right. I'll do as much as this is going to allow me to. Salías de un templo un día, llorona, cuando al pasar yo te vi. Salías de un templo un día, llorona, cuando al pasar yo te vi. Hermoso y llevaba llorona que la Virgen te creí. Hermoso y llevaba llorona que la Virgen te creí. Ay de mí, llorona, 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 de un campo lirio. Ay de mí, llorona, 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 de un campo lirio. Salías de un templo un día, llorona, cuando al pasar yo te vi. Salías de un templo un día, llorona, cuando al pasar yo te vi. Hermoso y llevaba llorona que la Virgen te creí. Hermoso y llevaba llorona que la Virgen te creí. Ay de mí, llorona, 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 de un campo lirio. Ay de mí, llorona, 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 de un campo lirio.
Ow.
Thanks. Had to.
Yeah. Nice.
You did it! Yay! No, it's good. It's important to make yourself sing stuff that you feel uncomfortable, and you sounded great. So
well, thank you.
Totally. That's why I did a Spanish song too, because I was like, I don't know if I should bust some out in front of Ellie. I don't know.
No. Nada que ver. That doesn't matter. Does not matter.
I've always been good at reading Spanish. Like when I was in Spanish class, I was like, your pronunciation's great. And I'm like, well, yeah, because
it's in your blood.
Yeah, it's in the blood. But I'm like, I wish I could retain it. That's where it needs to stick more. It's got to stick.
Got to practice, I guess. And I always get shy practicing. I don't know about you, Gilbert. Do you get shy practicing Spanish?
Not so much that. It's just that I have I have an iPad that I keep my lyrics on and stuff. I have 230 songs on there. And it's just lyrics because the music, as a musician, I memorize stuff. Like music, I can play. If I played it 5 years ago and you bust it out on me, I'll remember it and be like, all right, cool. Kind of like riding a bike. Mm-hmm. But lyrics, for some reason, will always escape me. So to me, I have it as a safety net. So if I need to look down and glance, if I forget a word, I look down. But with the Spanish, it's so engaging. Like you want to read it and make sure that you're getting it correctly, and then the flow, the cadence of it and all that stuff. So like, it's not that I get nervous doing it. It's just that like there's times where like I find I should be practicing my Spanish stuff more. Like I'll start learning and adding more songs to my songbook and doing stuff when I should be practicing like the Spanish stuff. You know what I mean? Where I have like plenty, I have like 30 Spanish songs that I could be practicing every day, but instead I'm like, oh, I'm gonna add this song and I like this song in English. And because the English stuff, it's more popular, and like, you know, because when I play out, a lot of times I'll kind of fill out the crowd. And if they like the Spanish stuff, I'll play more Spanish. And if they like the more English stuff, I'll play more English, and just kind of read it and stuff. So some of that stuff gets unused. You know what I mean? Like I have stuff where it's just like it's sitting there and I'm like, oh, you know what? I should practice one and get this one out. And it's like, but like to me, I do feel like the Spanish is, I should be pushing that to the forefront. I really should be practicing it. So I don't really get like, to me, it's just more the discipline of it, of like, oh, I need to do it. It's important. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the way I kind of approach a lot of stuff where like, you have to sit down and do this. You know what I mean? It's not, it's what makes us better. Like you're saying, you have, like what Ali is saying, you got to, you know, do the stuff that makes you uncomfortable until it becomes comfortable. And then, but as far as like the practicing, I'm always practicing. So it's like, but it's more like, am I practicing what I should be practicing? But like, it's like, I should be looking at that. And then I buy like a Spanish dictionary and I'm like, I need to open that and I need to just read that. And like, you know what I mean? Instead of watching like, what's on Hulu? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, I got some downtime. I'm gonna just, you know what I mean?
Well,
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, you both inspired me that I'm going to do that. So I'm going to challenge myself to redo that song live sometime this month. So
Do it. Just do it.
watch out.
Do it, yeah. And that's
Don't
another
worry,
thing too.
it's getting close to my bedtime here, man.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
I'm like, I gotta go to bed soon here, buddy.
Well, luckily we're getting close to wrapping it up, right? So do you want to give us one more and we can?
Okay, I'll sing you one more song.
All
right, I'll do Bailo for you. And this is the new song on my album that I'm coming out with.
Okay, is this one on Bandcamp as well?
No, I haven't released this stuff yet. The stuff on Bandcamp right now is pretty much just my singer-songwriter stuff, and all the stuff that I've been recording is with the full band. So it's a different sound.
Okay, cool.
So this will be the good night song.
All righty, I'm gonna hand it over.
Espero en el parque, espero por ti, todos los días espero por ti. Bailo, 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 espero por la noche. Bailo, 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 las canciones de paz, 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 de paz. Las estrellas en el cielo les parecen como peces, las playas del mundo azul celeste. Bailo, 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 espero por la noche. Bailo, 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 las canciones de paz, 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 de paz. How, how. How, how. Te espero todos todos los días, te lo juro. Te lo juro que sí, te espero todos los días, te lo juro que sí. Espero todos los días, todavía no ha llegado. Regreso mañana y espero por mi alma. Bailo, 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 espero por la noche. Bailo, bailo, bailo. Las canciones de paz, 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 de paz. How, how. Te espero todos los días, te lo juro que sí. Bailo.
Ow!
Woohoo!
Yeah. Nice. And so you said you're recording that one. Right? That's one that you'll be recording with the band here soon?
Yeah, no, that's actually recorded. I'll be releasing it. So.
Oh, releasing it. Oh, you are. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still trying to like hype stuff up online, and this is all kind of new to me. So.
Do you have like a date set at all, or an area, or?
It'll be in the new year because
New
I'm
year?
submitting my music to Submit Hub, and trying to gain a different audience.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Where did you record that at?
With Neon Moon Studios.
Oh,
With
cool.
my buddy Sean Hedinger.
Cool. Well, shout out to Sean Hedinger, Neon Moon Studios.
Yeah, he's great. He's my family too. So.
Cool. Cool.
Buddy.
We look forward to hearing that.
Yeah.
And then that will be available. We have all your links over here. We had your PayPal, but we also have your website. And people can reach you there, right? They can find all your stuff
Precisely.
there.
Yeah.
And then as well as Bandcamp, you can get some music there. You can find that. So if you like what you're hearing tonight, if you've never heard, but it's I would find it hard to believe that you never heard Eli del Puerto.
Yeah.
So, but if you've never heard Miss Eli del Puerto, that's where you find her stuff at, right there. elidelpuerto.com and at Bandcamp. And like I said, we got Venmo and we got PayPal tonight. If you're digging what you're hearing, you want to support artists directly.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. It's been nice to connect with people and stuff. It's really cool. And it's really like low pressure too, because everybody's kind of in their own environment and it's real comfortable and like real chill, So like, it's nice. And then you get to bring your music and I get it too. And it's nice. It gives me a chance to really like, a lot of times in the midst of everybody playing, we don't really get to enjoy each other's craft as much. So like it's nice to be able to sit back and it's like I got 2 songs where I can just chill and listen to music and relax. I'm like, hope my dogs don't start barking. So like gotta kill the mic and stuff. So cool. Well, yeah, we're doing our last rounds here. Do you got one more, Miss Jolynn?
Sure. I'm trying to think.
And then I'll close this out with the last one and we'll call it good night.
All right, so this has gotta be You Might Know It by Desiree. We'll cover. Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds. Sorry, I'm gonna stop. My pedal was doing a little fun thing that I didn't need it to do. All right. Take two. Listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Let's take it. Listen as your day unfolds. Challenge what the future holds. Try to keep your head up to the sky. Lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted. Don't be ashamed to cry. Yeah, you gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool. You gotta be calm. You gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Hear what your mother said, reading the books your father read. Try to solve the puzzles in your own sweet time. Some may have more cash than you, others take a different view. My, oh my, hey, hey, hey. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. All I know, love will save the day. All I know, love will save the day. That's gotta be.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a great one.
It's a favorite.
I love the R&B tunes. I have some tracks like that in my. Like I said, I got a lot of female songs, but like I don't have the chops to sing them. But there's a lot of great tunes.
For sure.
Really, really great songs. And we have Mr. Hans Heredia said, "Dang, that love will save the day. One took me back." So shout out to you.
Yeah. Thanks. Hey, how's it going?
So it's nice. Thank y'all for tuning in and checking us out tonight. We appreciate it. Big ups and much love to Miss Eli del Puerto tonight for joining us. She had to call it an evening. It is officially her bedtime, so you know, got to go catch the mimis. I will be doing the same shortly after. I'll be having some food though. I always, when we're done here, I'm always like a bit hungry, so like I'll throw a little munch, and then I'll snuggle up with the doggies and my lady and do the same. But we thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I guess I'll close this out for the evening and do one. We're gonna send this one out, um, since the theme was m- uh, Mujeres Magníficas. Sorry, I just spaced out right now. I was like, I heard my dog chewing, and I was like, I wonder if they could hear that out there. They always do that. They choose when I'm doing stuff on like streaming. They're like, let's eat now, all and chew all out. And I'm like,
Right?
oh great. And I have to
Perfect
take their
timing.
boy. I feel all bad. I put their bowl up. I'm like, no food for you right now. But yeah, so with that being the theme, I'm gonna close this out with a classic tune that goes out to all the women in the world. Let me switch up here. Bam. All right, here I am.
Oh, magic.
It's nice. It's nice to stand up, get out of the seats. But
Cool
yeah,
setup.
so I'm gonna do this one. You did like an old like R&B song, so I think I'll do one in the same vein.
Yeah, sweet.
Very phlegmy. That
Oh,
smoke
same.
machine. You gotta watch out for them smoke machines.
I know. Some are like oil and some are like water. So I don't know.
This is all natural.
Nice.
It's let's see. It's earthly. Yeah, it comes from the earth.
Sweet.
It's earth. It's
It's
earth.
earth, water, steam. It would be cool if could scent those. I don't know if you can, but
Do what now?
if you could like scent the fog machines.
Oh, they do. They come scented. Yeah.
Oh.
Mine comes with mine's a great scent. I can't remember what it's called, but kudos to my man. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, it's a little inside. For those that got their smoke machines at home, for everybody, for people running their smoke machines at home, or if you're having a little drink, a little wine, or some microbrew. But yeah, let's do this one. I'm going to close this one out here. So I'm going to take over real fast, click some buttons and stuff. And let's do this one. We're going to send this one out to all the beautiful women of the world. I'll send this one out to my fiance, Carmen, too, as well. She just got home, so perfect timing if she's watching in the bedroom. Oh, she's right here, she said. She's right here. So now pressure's on. Damn, son. All right. Thank you.
Love that one. Thank you.
That one goes out to
Love.
everybody out there watching, but all the ladies specifically. And much love and thanks to Miss Eli del Puerto and Miss Jolynn Alarid tonight for joining us,
Thank you.
sharing their music. Yeah, let me get comfortable again, and then I think we'll say goodbye.
Sounds
It
good.
is about
Thank
that
you.
time. It is about the 9 o'clock hour. It used to be a little bit longer, and then I was like, you know what, 7 to 9 is a good time. You know, a little give or take. But did you have fun tonight?
A blast. Thank you so much. That was really fun. It was
Thank you
nice
for
meeting
being
you
here.
and jamming. One day in person, hopefully.
Right. No, we'll have to put on a showcase, and we'll get some acts together. It'll be cool because in those kind of situations, I like to like jam. I can bring my acoustic bass. I have this little acoustic bass, and like I
Yeah,
can sit in on bass and do other stuff.
that'd be
I
so
want to
cool.
play. Shout out to Matt again for his Lakeland. I want to play that thing. I love Lakeland basses.
Ah,
Justin has one as well, and so it's like those are such great instruments. But let me switch
yeah.
up real quick. There we go.
Magic.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, I think it's about that time. Much love and thank you to Miss Eli del Puerto again. She had to leave us a little early tonight, so get some rest and we will talk to you soon. And Miss Jolynn Alarid, y'all. So show some love. There we go. Cool. And you have your stuff up on YouTube, and
Yeah.
you'll be looking. You said into the new year you'll be releasing. So check her out, Instagram, all those fine places, and yeah. Let's see. Let's get some closeout music. And we thank y'all for tuning in tonight, this evening for episode 7. And yeah, stay tuned. We'll be having more artists, and then we'll be having more people too in the new year. Definitely, you down to come back?
Absolutely. Yeah. I'd love
Maybe like if things lighten up and stuff, you can have a couple of the members of the band. You can have Matt and stuff back you up,
Yeah. That'd be
and all
amazing.
that. You know, and
Definitely.
we'll have you on as what's the name of the band again?
Jolynn and the Illusions.
And the Illusions.
Yeah.
The
Jolynn and
Illusions.
Yeah.
Cool. So maybe next time we'll have you guys on as that
Yeah. That'd be so fun.
and jam it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we thank y'all. We thank you for being here. And yeah, let me play us out.
In our knowledge and
Thank you, everybody. You want to say goodnight, Miss Jolynn?
Good night, everybody. Thank you so much, and have a good night.
Well, have a good night. We'll see you.
So what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Yeah. What does it profit a man? I say, what does it profit a man? Oh, see, what does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Yeah. What does it profit a man? What does it profit a man? Since the days of old, same old story has been told. People killing and they stealing, no good dealing. Oh, even Joseph, son of Jacob, by his own brothers, one day he was sold, and now you know everyone is keeping score. Who can die with more and more? And the shining